We're live.
Why?
Hiller told me that if you play an ad in the first like 10 or 15 seconds, people just will switch off. So I was like, oh, okay.
I can see that.
So he's like, stop playing an ad. I got, you see there, where? There. See the ropes? RX Smart Gear sent me some ropes, right? They have one. Oh, I'll get it in a minute. They have, oh, fuck it, I'll just get it now. Oh, my headphones. Johnny, tell everyone about Anya, the app for the clothing, and I'll go get this rope.
The clothing app.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically a clothing app you could use to get clothing for affiliate, because everywhere that they've been is a pain in the ass. So go to www.anya.com and you can get clothing done for your affiliate and not have to worry about chucking out a load of cash to do so.
Did you say anything when I was gone, or did you just sit there?
Yeah, no, I pretty good.
Good review,
yeah.
So they sent me like 10 different ropes. I didn't realize people made this many skipping ropes, right? Look at this for a nice touch. Irish colors.
That's cool.
Isn't it? This rope, have any of you got this one? It's like a steel cable on its own, no rubber or no like plastic.
Don't let that fucking smack you with gas.
I was like, this is going to hurt me so badly. I have never in my life done double unders as fast as I did with this. Like, as in I got carried away fast. I was like, holy shit, this is terminal velocity. I was just going faster and faster. It's crazy. And this is the one I want to show you. As affiliate owners, so it's like a normal rope. Have you seen these before?
No.
Right, so it's a little bit on the heavy side, but I'm thinking like beginners, right? Where you don't need the speed.
Can you adjust the height? Is that what you're about to say?
Watch this, right? There's just a button on the end, and you push the button and it comes out, and then it's numbered.
To transformer.
Right? And then it's
Okay,
like,
that's quite good.
okay, you've got, fuck, I'm too excited. You got like Colton Mertens in your gym, right? You've got, I don't know, Brent Fikowski in your gym. You've got like a normal, like what, like current normal Jason Hopper in your gym. Isn't that so cool? You bought 20 of those for your affiliate.
Yeah, it's good.
And
Do
then
you
anybody
boys
who's
have-
like takes it
Do you boys
seriously.
have boys have ropes in the gym for everyone to use?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see.
What do you just say? Go here, get your ropes.
We have I have a couple of spares that I'll give to beginners. But yeah, well, I'll say get your rope. And if I say
Leamington was similar. It had like a handful of ropes, but then everybody else just brought their own.
CrossFit for like 6 months, I'm like, stop being a tight fucker and just buy a rope.
Yeah, but think if you buy 20 of these,
Yeah,
then
that's
that
what I
problem
mean.
is solved. Think of your, what do you call your on-ramp thing? Your academy.
Academy.
All right, guys, you join. Jamie, that'd be good for your little box. Well, no,
if you
actually,
buy-
shit for your box, because then why would you get an adjustable one for a box for people? I'm thinking of your members box, you know, the little cardboard box.
Yeah. So
If you just bought 20 of those, because it's decent, like.
we just have like a load of ropes hanging up, but I suppose it's if they're durable, like our ropes break all the time, and we have to have like 10 of each size, and they're not perfect. So yeah, that's legit.
If you had like 20 of those, and then the rest of the people would probably have their own.
Yeah.
They're pretty cool.
I'd
Okay,
definitely take a sample to try them.
If you're 5'4", set your rope to 1. You know what I mean? You can just say it at the start of class.
Yeah,
I just thought it was because I looked at the leaflet and I was like, this is going to be so difficult to do, but it was actually really good. Anyway, they don't sponsor the show or anything, but I just thought it was cool for affiliate owners. JR's like, fucking get on with the show.
Hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah. You haven't spoken yet, but yeah, I can hear you. All right. If you hang around for let's see, if I get 20 subscribers, JR is going to tell us the 6 most annoying things that Jason does at the gym. All right, Jamie, you're going to go first. We're doing top 3 annoying things that people do at the gym. If we get 20 subscribers, JR is going to just list off 6 things that Jason Hopper, the fittest man on earth, does that annoy him. Right, Jamie, give us your first one.
Right. So framing this with that.
No qualifiers.
It matters though. I want to say that if owners and coaches do these things, members are much more likely to do them. So just to frame it, we have to set the culture, like extreme ownership and all that. So I'm going to say that as a caveat. But the most annoying thing, top one, is messing with the booking system, late cancels, no shows. Like it plays havoc with us. Like life happens, but you've got to be considerate and just try and give as much time as possible to allow space for other people in the class. But like we've had mornings where it's like 22, 22, 22, obviously 2 places above the safe limit of coaching CrossFit classes. So 22, 22, 22, 22. And then I'll come in and there might be like 11 people on the 7 o'clock class. And I'm like, come on.
Do you punish anyone?
No.
Do you not do some fine
yes,
for charity or something?
I didn't know whether you meant with your like steel unit, like RX. No, we don't do any of that. We do a late, like if you no show, there's a £5 fee and that goes into a charity pot. That we change the charity every 3 months. Can
I register as one of them?
Yeah, we'll put applications out. So that's one. I think it plays havoc with the attendance and like if other people want to go at that class, it's it.
JR, do you do late punishments, burpees, or anything like that?
No, that's actually something that I feel pretty strongly about. People's lives outside the gym, sometimes you have no idea what their day-to-day is, and like just for them to get their kids and make it to the gym or whatever, if they're 5 minutes late, like the last thing they want when you're supposed to be like the 1 hour of the day that they can just not think about all the rest of the stuff, and you're like shaming them for coming in late. I don't think it's a really good look, and I think that I think other people in the class will give them a hard time about being late. As the coach, you don't need to. Like their friends will do that for them. Which I think
do you do anything about no shows?
We don't have any signups for classes. You just come.
Wow.
Old school.
Wow. So what happens if like 40 people show up? That's twice the limit.
That's 20 over.
Yeah, that never happens. So we have 8 classes a day, Monday through Friday. And we have 2 on Saturday, 3 on Sunday. And we have a really, really nice spread throughout the day. We've had those class times. I just added a 3 p.m. when my wife changed the hours just so that she could come and work out with people. So I added a 3 o'clock where normally I would have a 4. And like as soon as I added the 3 o'clock, 8 or 9 people came, and it made the 4 o'clock, instead of having 20, they had 13 or 14. So it's perfect.
Okay.
Like it kind of takes care of itself. So.
Are you getting to a point where you'll need a booking system, or do you think you'll never have one?
No.
JR's gym is fucking massive. It doesn't matter if 60 people turn up, like this space.
What size are we talking?
It's not that big.
JR,
it's big.
Quite large.
It's big.
Having been to the other 2 guys' gyms, it's quite large.
You come over to the UK.
At the floor, like the space of the turf, the floor, like that main room is large.
Yeah.
Maybe not by American standards.
Yeah, the main gym space is 10,000 square feet.
The main gym space is 10,
I think that's just over twice the size of mine.
Yeah, my whole place, including all the change rooms, is 5.5.
Have you been to any UK CrossFit gyms, JR?
I've never been to I've never been to Europe.
Hey, we might have a late applicant for the Airbnb, Johnny. We never know.
Come on.
Okay. Wow. So I guess then if you get to a point where it's like, shit, 6 o'clock's getting really busy, you just bring in a second coach. You just co-coach. And then it's like that problem solved.
Yeah, when we moved to this facility early on, we had like a ton of people just coming to 2 or 3 classes a day. Like the noon class is huge because we have a lot of entrepreneurs in house or people that can just make their own schedules and work from home. So we would have 24 people, and I would just always make sure I was there as the second coach if I wasn't coaching the class.
Johnny, is there someone lifting in front of you?
They're about 100 foot away. Do you want me to tell them to shut up?
Or just move to is the other part of the gym empty? Just tell them to move over there.
Yeah.
Look at this. We changed charity so no one catches on. Yeah, so last year it was Jamie W was the charity, and then the month after it was like W Jamie was the charity. Just constant. All right, Johnny, what's your pet peeve?
I got loads.
Give us the largest.
Top three.
Just give us one. We're going one at a time.
All right, one at a time. The thing that annoys me the most is people cherry picking workouts. That really gets under my skin. I don't know why it does. I probably shouldn't care too much, but I really do. So avoiding stuff they're bad at, I hate that, especially if they're a little bit more competitive, or people that only come to the workouts they're going to do well at. I think that annoys me more than anything else.
Do you have people who are absent from, like, present in class but absent from the leaderboard unless it's like gymnastics and lifting, or unless it's like their wheelhouse, and then suddenly they're top of the leaderboard, and then the next day they're just absent again? They just don't put their score in.
People not logging scores every day is a different that's probably number 3 for me. But just like not coming to the gym because it's running, or coming to the gym and being like, oh, I forgot my running trainers, I can't fucking run today. That gets under my skin more than anything else. If you're doing CrossFit, surely you're there because you want to be good at everything. The only reason that you're saying, I'm not coming in and doing this, so I don't want to do this, because you're not very good at it. No one doesn't come to stuff that they're very good at. So that annoys me. People cherry picking workouts, not coming to the stuff they should come to, or only coming to the workouts they're very, very good at. That really gets under my skin, to the point where I'll just like send a message.
It's funny as well, because I was editing Jamie's video, so the method one is out on Thursday, and I was 2 weeks ahead of myself, and now I just started today, so I'm under like not insubstantial amount of pressure to get that finished. But the bit I was editing just before we started this was him saying, if we just did pure CrossFit, there would be a lot of people who just don't show up to a 5K run on a Monday. There'd be other people who don't show up to deadlifting on a Tuesday. Everyone would show up on Wednesday for the Metcon type, workout.
Mm-hmm.
Less people would turn up on Friday for whatever, heavy snatches. So is
I
that
get that.
the challenge then, to kind of hide it, like subvert it a bit?
Yeah, it's just like, I think programming for an affiliate is different from CrossFit.com programming. I think CrossFit.com programming is different from competitive programming, and understanding what you have and who you're programming for is half of the battle. But at the same time, you've still got to stick to the principles of CrossFit, and that means probably running long distances, short distances, 10 rounds of workouts, 5 rounds of workouts, heavy barbells, putting thrusters in, burpees. You can be clever with the programming and get people in the door a little bit more, and it doesn't, I get it. It doesn't matter if people cherry pick, really. Like, it's not the end of the world, especially if their goal is just like health and fitness a little bit. But if you're a little bit more competitive and you're not running because you're shit at it, but you tell me you want to do competitions, it gets on my nerves.
If Chris Evans and Bill Skarsgård had a baby, it would look like Jamie. That's a great shout. That's a great shout. JR, do you ever program like a 5K run?
No.
Or the equivalent on a machine?
Nope.
You always do like rounds and paired, like couplets, triplets, yeah.
Intervals a lot. If I'm doing just like cyclical monostructural work, very rarely do I just program a single modality, single movement.
Is that the difference he's talking about of .com versus, like, if you program a 5K run, you're just standing at the doorway saying like, right, see you in 30 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably like a whole podcast, and we'll probably get into a heated discussion about it. But I think a lot of times when people program that way, it's lazy, very lazy. Like, I think there are ways that you can make a 5K run a little bit more palatable. Not that just doing a 5K run for time isn't all you need to do in a day, and you can't get great intensity and great adaptation from it. I think if you know that whenever you program a 5K run, your participation is extremely lacking, would you rather feel good at the end of the day knowing that you stuck to your guns and you programmed the 5K run and no one came, or would you rather your people actually come and work out? So yeah, that's the question.
I agree.
Ask yourself.
JR, what's your first annoyance?
I think just not taking ownership in the facility. People are really quick to say, yeah, we've got a great facility, or yeah, we've got lots of equipment, or hey, I was on vacation and they didn't have half the stuff we had. Those same people are the ones that don't take care of it. So I don't, and likewise, the same people who are like, a lot of the skier a lot of the skiers platforms are getting really rusty. Like they're the same people that sweat on them and don't clean them up. And the reason why they're rusty is because you sweat on them and you don't clean them. So
when I was in Method, I had to apologize like 4 times because we were doing skier, and I'm so used to just doing skier at home, and I'm the only one that used it, so I just let go of the handles.
yeah.
It was
Not from
so
like
bad.
fucking hip height, but
So
from like
bad.
above my head, I'll just let go.
It was from the feet.
I took 4 steps back and let them go one at a time. Yeah, but the coach, what's the coach's name? That was there, blonde girl, ripped.
Caroline, very ripped.
Yeah. She was like, "Oh, just do me a favor and like put them up." And I was like, "Oh yeah, of course." And then like instantly forgot. I was like, I instantly forgot. Did it again, and Jamie was like, "Didn't she just tell you about the handles?" I was like, "Yeah, sorry." Yeah. When I was in Johnny's gym as well, there was he was talking about the members, communicating with the members, and he said at one point, and I knew he was going to point it out before he said it, because I knew that I saw a piece of paper on the ground in the corner, and he goes, "That piece of paper over there, I know who put that there too." It's just imagining him sitting at home in the email.
It's the fucking thumb tip. Just like they'll take their thumbs down, just take it off, like a little miniature condom lying around the floor, and just throw it on the floor. Or chalk, like when they pull, like we've got a chalk stand on wheels, right? And no one needs to have a block of chalk by their rower. The only reason you need a block of chalk next to you if you're going to have 0 rest in the workout. The people that grab the block of chalk and put it next to them will get off the rower and then spend 30 seconds resting while they chalk their hands, right? But then they'll put it on the floor and then just step in it. So you got a brand new block of chalk now that's just crushed into a million pieces on the floor. Now I got to
rogue chalk.
Rogue chalk disappeared, gone.
Obviously, it's 179, man.
Hey,
what about this one? Sorry, go on.
My favorite thing to do if I ever partner with someone who is one of those chalk people, like, hey, you just want to chalk because it's an excuse to rest, or because they like always take their thumbs or whatever, I will purposely, and I don't chalk my thumbs at all. Like I grow my thumbnails out really long. I think it's just a basketball thing. So I always protect the ends of my thumbs by growing my thumbnails out really long. And I don't use chalk unless I'm doing rig work, or I do not use chalk. I will not, like doing a barbell workout, just to mess with the person that I'm partnering with, just to make more of a point. Like, hey, you don't use tape? Nope. Well, you didn't chalk at all during that workout? Nope. Like I just do that just to prove a point. They're like, you don't need it either. You just use it because you think you need it.
Why do you need long nails for basketball?
It makes your hands bigger.
But it's not like useful, is it? Would it not just break?
Yeah. Nah, I mean, it helps you palm the ball easier.
I always thought people had long nails for like taking a quick bump. That's your pinky, isn't it?
That's just the pinky.
Yeah, I've done that before. I've done a workout with JR before. I'm thinking of, was that Fort Worth? Was that the games last year? We were at the Goa gym and we were doing like an EMOM halfway through. JR just goes, "You want to get some chalk?" Because I've been going over to the shop. I was like, "Fuck you, man." Does anyone have a member of the affiliate that keeps track of rounds and reps using chalk on the floor? It's the tiniest thing. I fucking hate that. They
don't do that anymore. They used to at the old gym, and I was like, hey, I have like a ton of little whiteboards, like maybe 12 by 6 and like expo markers. But something that drives me insane is when they use an expo marker and they sweat all over the board, and then the expo marker is ruined because once it gets sweaty once, it won't work anymore. So I basically I have poker chips and I have little whiteboards. So what I do is I tell them, draw lines across the board, and then you erase negative space. And that's how you count your rounds.
That's the one.
Yeah.
We used to have whiteboards, but people couldn't put them away and would leave the fucking lids off the pen. So there'd just be like pen lids and pens that didn't work all over the gym. So I picked them all up and threw them in the bin. Then we got like poker chips, like JR said. We had like a little sticker with our little logo on it. So they look like a 179 poker chip. So that's how we count rounds. But then they just get left around the place. I can see a stack of 10 from here, just lying in the middle of the floor.
That'd be good, actually. Little magnetic chips for the rink. Like
we used to have that. So we had little 179 magnets made, and then 1 down to 10 on the rig, and then they would just move the magnets down. They did it at regionals before when there was a rope climb workout. I don't know if any of you remember.
Yeah,
Basically copied that.
Yeah, it was the cut rope workout. Had 10.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And they would move it down every rope climb.
And I think 1 or 2 years when they did pegboard, they did that too for some reason.
Yeah.
Shit, I was going to say something else there. Oh yeah, chalk on burpees. That's another one. Like if there's a workout with burpees in it, I'll forgo the chalk on the rest of the workout to avoid.
I had a girl that there was a workout last week. It was rowing, bar facing burpees, and ski erg. So the burpees were the second movement in the workout. She chalked her hands up, right? Went over to the barbell and just printed handprints on the floor to know where to put her hands on every rep.
Was she afraid she was going to put her hands on the bar by accident?
I don't know what she was thinking.
That's serious.
People do that in the open, all right. I kind of forgive ticks those weeks. I forgive things those weeks because I'm like, people are really like, this. I really want to do well. I need, every little detail taken care of. But if it's just like fucking Tuesday, come on.
Yeah.
All right, Jamie, give us your second.
Chalk usage, on the whole, though, is massively down since the rubber grips have come along.
Yeah.
Do you not think?
Yeah.
I haven't got those bars. I've got the Spiel bars, the rough ones.
Hey, you can use any bars. You can use the frog grips. That right, JR? You use CPW 16. You're going to use my crash, aren't you?
For one of the workouts, the Elite HD grips are being given to all the athletes specifically for one of the events.
Oh, really?
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good.
Okay. I'm still on that topic. Like letting go of ski erg handles, letting go of rower handles, launching dumbbells, launching kettlebells, like anything. Oh, dropping empty bars. Am I doing too many?
No, I think isn't that like was it Danielle Brannon did it last night at SoCal where she had the dumbbell overhead, she just like dropped it, and I was like, everyone watching that is going to be like, I'm going to do that tomorrow in the gym. So like for people like that workout that you were at the gym for, when we the row was the last bit, the 50 cal opener, 50 cal finisher, was it? What was that? Was that this year? The which?
Oh, with the snatch.
Yeah, and wall walks.
Yeah.
And like, not one person at Method finished the 50 cals and let go of the handle, because like, I just don't think there's any need for that. Like, you can absolutely bin yourself and you can still put the handle back in. And like, if it's a random Tuesday, there's less need to do that. Because at the end of it, like, let's say I'm going to try and PB my 2K row. Yes, I'm going to be gassed. But every time I go to PB my 2K row and every other member, they're going to just let the handle fly in. Like, that's... The equipment's still broke at the end of it.
Yeah, but they might have a PB.
Okay.
It's childish being so against chalk. Just fucking clean. We pay 150 a month to be there. I mean, use your chalk and they'll clean it, but they're allowed to clean it with gritted teeth or begrudgingly. Johnny, what's your second one?
It's not the cleaning I got an issue with. It's the fact that they pull it out of the chalk stand that's on wheels, put it on a J-cup, and then it gets crushed into dust 30 seconds later. So now it's useless. Actually, 2 weeks ago, we had a rope climb workout, and there was just chalk on the floor that had been crushed. So a guy was like rubbing his hands on the floor to fucking chalk his hands. But I wasn't there. I just came into these massive smudge marks on the floor. I got no problem cleaning it up. Just fucking keep it in the chalk bowl. All right, second one. Where's my list here? It's a long list. Not signing up for the Open. That's a fucking big bugbear of mine. Big bugbear of mine. Now, we do push it a lot in my gym. We always have done. And I've heard all of the excuses under the sun, and none of them are valid. I don't want to pay $20 so I can know how shit I am. It's like, well, you pay me a membership every month. Like, what's the fucking difference? Do you know what I mean?
I'll tell you how shit you are.
Yeah, I'll tell you now. I'm not as fit as I was. I'm not going to be able to do some of the movements. Like, how do you know? We don't know what the workouts are yet. all the excuses that I've heard, I haven't heard one where I've been like, all right, fair enough. That's a good enough excuse. Just get out your comfort zone a little bit. Like, it's for 3 weeks of the year. Just get involved with everybody else and just maybe work a little bit harder, or be challenged to go a little bit heavier, or maybe get your first pull-up or whatever it is. So yeah, the first half when the open comes out, trying to get like half the people signed up is like usually a battle. Once you sort of crack that ceiling of like about half your members, I find the other half following a lot more. But
what if they don't do the open? What if they don't do the open for moral reasons?
What do you mean, moral reasons?
You know, like last year.
What happened to the games? Yeah, that's fine. Just sign up.
And then you can just complain about not getting access at the games after the fact.
If you make it to the games, fair enough argument. But if not,
JR, what's your second one?
This is probably the one I'm most passionate about, so I'm going to try.
Sorry, hang on, wait 1 second, JR. This is maybe the best story I've ever heard. In 2014, I told Jan Smith I wasn't signing up because I wanted to come out of nowhere when I win the game. I'm still embarrassed about that. Oh, Tyler, that is fucking sensational. Oh, wow. That is crazy. Oh, my God. Sorry, JR. Go on.
No, it's okay. Lack of self-awareness. I think that self-awareness.
How potent was that comment for lack of self-awareness?
I think that self-awareness might be the most seldomly had personality trait of an adult, and I think that encompasses all things like knowing you're socially awkward, or knowing that you're never going to make the games, or just in general. I think self-awareness is like a really, really valuable trait for any adult to have, whether you know things you're good at, know things you're bad at, know things you need to improve on, whatever. If I write a workout and the target time is 12 minutes, and I tell you that the fittest people in the gym are going to do it in 12, everyone in the gym knows who are the people. And I say the time cap is 15. And I say, hey, there are 3 movements. It's 5 rounds. You need to be about 1 minute per round, per movement per round. So you need to scale your rep scheme so that you can complete that. And they do the workout and they get 3 rounds, and they've been members for 10 years. Like, you are not that dude. You are not that dude. You like, and it's the same people who will get done with the workout and they'll either keep going past the cap because they want to finish, or they just don't understand why they're not any better or any fitter and everything. And I'm like, I cannot make it any easier for you to know how to approach the workout, what load to pick. I mean, I could say, hey, there's 50 ground to overhead at 95 pounds. You need to have those done in 5 minutes, meaning you have to average at least 10 reps a minute. And there are people that are at 23 in 5 minutes. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Is that ego though, or self-awareness?
I think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
But I think in their head, they believe they can do it. But it's not a lie if you believe it, right? Like that whole thing. Like they can convince themselves of the lie that they're telling themselves too.
I bet they tell themselves afterwards, they're like, I'm so hardcore. I finished after the time cap went. I kept going until I was finished. A pretty big small pet peeve of mine is I don't program AMRAPs very often because I think it just gives people an out. It just gives them it just lets the clock save them. I try to program for time with caps a little bit more frequently because I think just instinctually you have this like, oh man, I want to finish the work that I'm supposed to finish, so they'll push a little bit harder. But when I program AMRAPs and people are like on the first movement of a triplet and the cap runs out and they feel the need to finish the entire round before they stop working out. I think Rich or someone said that like in 2014, that it was like a mindset thing that he was gonna, and I'm like, oh great, cool. Like you're so hardcore from finishing. No, it's because the target was 5 rounds and you got 3, so you feel bad that you need to at least finish 4. That's the issue. I will say though, about maybe like 8 months ago, I was talking to Taylor about a workout that I did for Sentinel, and he said, I was like, oh, I can't remember what the workout was, but he was like, what weight did you use? I was like, oh, 22 and a half. And he was like, oh, you're that guy. And when he said that, I was like, fuck, am I that guy? I was like, I was like maybe 2-3 minutes or something outside of the window. There was no, I don't think there was a cap, but there was like a window of time domain, and I was like 2 or 3 minutes outside it. And he was like, yeah, no, like you're that guy. And I was like, fuck, I am that guy. And then what Sean says here, I scaled the workout perfectly this morning. There is honestly something so satisfying about reading the time domain where it's like, 12 to 16 minutes or something, and you scale the workout and you finish in like 14:30, and you're like, oh wow, I nailed that scaling. I know myself so well. I'm such a pussy, and I'm so proud of myself for recognizing it. Jamie, what's your...
really interesting too. Sorry, Peter. One more thing, and I would be curious to know what Jamie and Johnny, like the kind of the athlete profile in their gym, and kind of when this, like how this comes to fruition. But it's really interesting that you can program a load and everyone knows whether they can or they can't. But you program a body weight movement or a distance or a calorie on a machine, and everyone just all of a sudden forgets who they are. Like the workout could have 30 ring muscle ups in it, and it's chunks of 10. And I'm like, hey, you need to have these done in 2 minutes or less. And someone who it would take them 5 minutes to do 10 ring muscle ups are like, yeah, I'm going to do 10 every round. But if I program Marston, which is a 405 deadlift for 1 rep every round, they're like, oh, I need to scale it. I'll just scale it. That's cool. Well, wait a minute. How come you don't scale the ring muscle up workout? It's no different, So I don't know.
Is this sarcasm? My mindset has been lift heavier and not finish, not scale light and hit time. Like that has to be sarcasm, is it?
My mindset has been lift heavier and not finish, not scale light and hit time.
No, that's not sarcasm.
I would say that's generally backwards. I mean, it depends. If it's supposed to be heavy, then yeah, I guess maybe. But you should always finish.
Still finish though, or
you should adjust accordingly. But yeah, you're totally right with that's really interesting what you say about, like, say 405. What's that? 180 something deadlift. It's like green light, red light, isn't it? Can I do it or can I not? Whereas, like, say there was a workout that we did which was 2 rounds, 50 thrusters, 50 toes to bar, and it had to be done in X amount of time. I think people will go, well, I've got toes to bar, I should be able to do this workout. It's actually, well, maybe not. You maybe don't have 15 toes to bar every minute for an extended period of time. It's almost like capacity, which is harder to be aware of.
I think ego just floats around everything as well, where like ego won't get you a 405 deadlift if you don't have it. Do you know what I mean? Like ego will not convince you that you can do it unless it's a max out day, 1 rep max, and you've done like 400 and you're like, maybe today's the day. That's the only time that ego will allow you to convince yourself that fuck it, I'll give it a go. But it won't in that other type of scenario, or like, some other kind of like if there's ring muscle ups, for me as someone that doesn't have them, it's like, well, I'm scaling that immediately because my ego will not convince me to flop around on the rings for 20 minutes. But if it's like you're saying, like toes to bar, be like, well, it's like you try and convince yourself, but it's like, I mean, I could do a few, and I'm gonna just see what happens, and then you're just doing singles, and you just look like a fucking moron.
You're just swinging yourself up there so your feet touch the bar, but you're also staring like chest.
Yeah, you're penduluming. Yeah, that's
I always tell people, I'm like, look, the workout you're about to do is not programmed for you. Like Steve, who trains 3 times and can 1 rep max thrust to 50 kilos. It's programmed to challenge like the best people in the gym. So if you're not one of those, the workout on the board is not for you. You're gonna have to scale something. And if you want to do 10 muscle ups in a row in the workout, you probably need to be able to do 17, 18 unbroken when you're fresh to be able to get through the 3 rounds, 4 rounds, 5 rounds.
Yeah.
But even that, you can explain it perfectly. People don't give a fuck.
RS scores always finish above scale scores. I wonder how many people do not scale appropriately just to make sure that, I mean, that's in the open. That is definitely true in the open. People will be I did 1 deadlift at the prescribed rate and I finished ahead of everybody that did scaled.
Yeah, that's my third.
Jamie, what's your third one?
It's being on the phone. Just doing a class. Put your phone down for an hour. Keep it in your bag. It's a time where you can spend an hour unplugged, focus on the workout, enjoy that. Then you can go back to it. But like going back and like checking your phone and stuff, it's not good for us. We actually, I don't know about you guys, but did you get people like setting up the tripods and stuff like that and planting their phone for a little bit of social media production?
Not so much. A little bit in open gym, but yeah, we don't really have. We have people film themselves every now and again, but it's not like tripods and their own lighting, which I've seen in other gyms.
What are you?
Lighting.
What's the stance? What's the stance on that, Johnny?
In open gym, as long as like it doesn't affect anybody else and you're in the corner, then it's fine. But
who is bringing lighting to a gym? That is insane.
Honestly, you know those little ring lights, those little circle lights?
Yeah, there's a gym in Dublin, Perpetua. It used to be, maybe I shouldn't have said the name of the gym. Well, we're here now. It used to be CrossFit Dublin, I think. They have an influencer class. Oh, Jared's gone. He got a call, I'd say. They have an influencer class. So it's a specific class on like a Wednesday evening or something, where it's just, you walk in, it's just fucking tripods everywhere and like cameras everywhere and phones everywhere, but you're not allowed to do it in that other class any other day of the week. It's just that one class at that time.
It's just such a distraction. Like there's plenty to try and figure out without that. And then also we had people like, I don't know about you guys, but we've got people who are like military, police, you know, doing loads of stuff, and they don't want to be in the background of doing burpees. Like they don't want people to know.
Those three guys are in witness protection. They can't be seen.
You know.
Wasn't it in Santry when we did that the video of me coaching, where wasn't there a girl in that who was about to tell me to get out of the way of a girl's tripod? I only noticed watching it back. I was like, I would have drop kicked that fucking tripod if she said, "Oh, you're blocking her screen there." Yeah, that's fucking crazy. I don't know if you heard that, JR. There's a gym in Dublin that does influencer day. So it's like on a class on a Wednesday where you walk in and it's just like fucking tripods everywhere, because that's the class they come to film their stuff. And then you're not allowed to have a tripod or a camera at any other class the rest of the week.
Face.
Wow.
It's crazy, isn't it? That's Dublin though. All right, Johnny, what's your number 3?
My third one, this just sneaks in there, is around RX. So write in the, so we use Waterfly, so you can see the score and then people's comments. Write in like, chuffed I RX that, where it was a 15-minute workout, it took you fucking 25 minutes, so you didn't RX it. You did what it said, but very, very slowly. Or people scale a load of the workout and they go, scale the run, the deadlifts, the handstand push-ups, and the rope climbs, but everything else was RX. I'm like, no, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any fucking sense. So I didn't change anything of the workout apart from these 3 things. I put in the gym group. I was like, guys, and don't write in RX. Everything else doesn't make any sense. Just write your scales in the comments. Leave it at that. And
there's
it's not RX.
As a member, there's one thing that pisses me off, and it shouldn't, because I shouldn't care. But when I scale a lot of workouts in Sentinel because I'm shit at CrossFit. But when I put in my score, and you know, it's like, just say today, what did I do today? Rowing thrusters and pull-ups, and I scaled. It was 21 calories row. I scaled to 18, and it was 15. I think it was 18 thrusters. I scaled to 15, and it was 12 pull-ups, and I just did 5 strict, because the workout was 1 minute on, 1 minute off, and you do 5 rounds, but you were supposed to finish before 16 minutes or something. So you work for a minute, rest for a minute, pick up where you left off, and you try and do 5 rounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was a good workout. And I got scaling right as well. I can't do kipping pull-ups here because I just whack myself off the wall. It's too narrow. But I put my score in, and then I'm like, all I see are times, you know, like from everybody else in the scaled leaderboard. And then you click in and there's nothing written. So it's like, what did you scale? Like, what am I comparing myself? I know I'm supposed to compare myself to myself, but I mean, fuck that. So like, I want to see, okay, did you scale the way I scale, or did you scale way more, and that's why you're so much faster? Or am I just way shitter than I thought I was, and you barely, like, did you do 20 calories instead of 21? Or did you do like 10 calories? And that's why you're like 6 minutes faster than I was. That stuff pisses me off. And then and it shouldn't, and I know it shouldn't. The second thing, and I think this deservedly pisses me off. When I was training at an affiliate and people put in their scores, we use like Low Fox. It's like an Irish company. It is so shit. It's like Wodify. It's fucking terrible. They actually had 14 million in losses last year. That shows how bad they are. How can you lose that much money? So they have, you put in your score and there's like a space for a, you know, like Johnny saying, oh, chuffed I RX that, whatever. But people putting fucking essays like, dear diary, and you know, it's like, oh, my shoulder was a bit sore today, and I'm really happy that, that's not what that box is for. That box is for, like, I used it today where I said 18 calorie row, 15 thrusters, 5 pull-ups. Just so next time when I go back, or someone else looking at the leaderboard being like, wonder what he did, can click in and see. Apart from that, I don't want to read about your fucking period, or I don't want to read about your, maybe that's okay to put in actually, but I don't want to read about like, you know, fucking sore ankle and I forgot my shoes. I had to borrow someone else's skipping rope. Fuck off. Right, JR, what's your third one?
Becca's going to get mad at me for saying this. Unsolicited feedback on programming. Like, I know it was good. I know it was good. It's my job for it not to suck. But this is what I'm saying by that. After a workout, someone's like, oh, great workout today. Thanks, you liked it. Well, yeah, I liked it. I said, yeah, they're all good. It's just a matter of if you liked it or not. So if you don't like a workout, you'll probably say it wasn't a good workout or whatever. So good is not the same as you liking it. They're all good. They're all good workouts. You either liked it because you were good at it, or you don't like it because you probably weren't good at it. But
exactly.
It's like the movie Snatch. Like, if I throw a dog a bone, I don't want to know if it tastes good or not. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Like I don't want to know if it tastes good. I know it's good. I know it's good. like I'm glad you liked it, or yeah, like it's like I don't need reassurance that I know what I'm doing. It's my job to write these workouts. Like, sorry, I probably shouldn't say that.
No, I like it. This is crazy timing. So this is when I was mid-rant. Here's something I hate: commenting on the workout and train heroic with every single way you scale the workout. No one gives a shit. Just log your scale score. To a point, I agree.
Peter likes it.
If it's excuses, I agree. But for me, that one there, if that ever comes up again, I want to know what I did in September 2025, so I can be like, oh shit, I did the same and faster, or what did I do last time? Oh, maybe I'll do 10 pull-ups this time. Like, that's for me, not for Sean, that I'm writing that. But it's the other shit is fucking annoying, where it's like, oh, a bit of a dicky ankle today, so I just fuck off. Like, nobody cares. I had a big fight with my wife last night. Really wasn't feeling going in. It's like, it's not actually a training diary. It's just a diary of the workouts you've done. Yeah, fuck me. That is really fucking annoying. Okay, so chalk members, not showing up or showing up late, consistently late, I guess so as well. With the lateness thing, is probably like, if there's the same person that's 5 minutes late every day, you're just like, okay, like, that's just, you say at some point, you're like, if you leave like 5 minutes earlier, you'd be bang on time. But then it's also, yeah, but I pick up my kids at 3 and I have to drop them off at 3:30 and class at 4 and it's 35 minutes away. So I either come 5 minutes later or I don't come.
Or they come through the door and they go, oh, look, I'm really sorry, this clashes with this. But when they wander in and like, if every single morning they're like, they've missed the whiteboard and they go, what we're doing?
There you go. Now that's my thing too, is like, being late is okay. But being late and then every day expecting your own personal whiteboard brief because you are never there for it, that really starts to irritate. Like, you need to learn how to blend in and ask your friend over there that was here, like, what time we're gonna start the squats. Like, so.
The only one that bothers me is 6 a.m.
People said the chat 4:05 running late and it's 4 o'clock that they're going to.
Yeah. Joe's in my gym, so he's in the WhatsApp group he's on about, cancelling. 6 a.m. is the only fucking annoying thing for me. If there's a wait list on 6 a.m., you have to cancel by 9 p.m. the night before.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you're going to cancel. But I
Because
look at
everybody
this.
cancels when they wake up. Their alarm goes off at 5, and they're like, "I should never book that class."
Yeah.
What happens? How do you police that? And like, what's the punishment?
If it's like, you know, some people just have like, they sleep in late, they had a rough night, the dog is sick. I mean, people's dogs get sick a lot apparently in the middle of the night.
Terrible rabies in Wales.
Yeah. But it's like, if it's a one-off and they don't do it regular, that's fine. And if there's not weight on the class, it doesn't matter. But like, I look at the list and I'm like, I look at the people on the list, I'm like, I know you ain't fucking turning up. You book into every 6 a.m. class. You come once a week. Stop this myth of like on a Sunday being like, I'm going to train at 6 a.m. every day for the week. Because I know you're not, and you know you're not, and everyone on the app knows you're not, because they see you booked in and you don't turn up.
On Wodify, can you see who's on the
So
class?
on Wodify, I can see what time they book in. I can see when they cancel. If they're on the wait list, I can see when they receive the email that there's a spot open, when they book in and when they cancel again.
Can the members see that as well? So there's like
coaches
group pressure.
can. But I'll screenshot. So I'll be like, 6 a.m. is full. Here's a screenshot of the 6 a.m. class. Here's the names on the list. There you go. One of the boys lost his shit in the group of the day because he was on the list for 6 a.m. and people cancelled, and he was like, right, I don't usually do this. Fuck you for not going to.
this is affecting me now, so now we need to act. Just with the are you coaching at 10, JR? No. Okay. With the not having a booking system, how, because I've seen you put up stuff like you know, membership is due, and it's like Venmo, and you take like different sources or different forms of payment or whatever. How do you track, like, Jamie is going to honestly might have an aneurysm with this conversation. How do you track like how many members you have, or how do you chase? Is that not a lot of stress you could avoid by having a system, even if there was no classes, but just having it going through one system?
Yeah, probably so. I think I was really, I got really turned off to it back at when I first took over the gym, and everything was through the app, and the banking fees on top of just the transaction fees with the app was just crazy. And I think it just like really was like, I can just do this myself, right? I'll process the payments. I'll do it myself. Everything goes through the business account that is paid through like Venmo and PayPal, and I claim all of it. So it's not like I'm going to try to say, oh, this was personal and this was whatever. Like, it's all into the taxes and all that kind of stuff. People that pay for services, it taxes it anyway when you send the transaction. So yeah, I don't do any payment processing through AutoDraft. I do it month to month. I don't want their money if they're going to come once a week, or if they're going to come for a month and then not come for 3 months. I think it creates a culture in this gym that is a bit cancerous. I think that level of non-commitment will spill over to other people. And then I think before you know it, you just have a gym that's, paying the bills off of half of the clientele that don't ever show up. They can go to Planet Fitness if they want to do that.
That's fair.
I never said I was a good businessman, Peter. You know this.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I'm just imagining like the knots in Jamie's stomach when he's like, I'm not going to eat for 3 weeks now thinking about this.
Those processing fees do absolutely shaft you though. Like, and I think, is Wodify worse than any of them? Like,
no, Wodify does a thing. I know Wodify does a thing where there's a card processing fee done through Stripe or whatever, but there's an option with Wodify where you can pass that on to the member rather than the gym paying.
We
I don't know many who would, but you can do it.
I can tell you how much Wodify charge me per month.
Go on.
So we pay for the platform, which we pay like maybe a couple of levels up. I'm not sure what the actual thing is.
The annoying thing about all those is though, while you're looking at that, Johnny, that say Wodify will say, okay, it's this much to have Wodify. Plus, you need this if you want to run a gym. Like, you really need this package because this is how you input your scores. So it's like whatever, 120 a month plus 90 a month if you want people to put in their scores. And it's like, well, obviously I want people to put in their fucking scores. So now instead of it being like it's only 120, it's really like 210.
I think Waterfy is basic. Does give you class booking and membership, class booking, memberships, and workout tracking. I think all of the member tracking in terms of attendance and group emails is all up levels.
Yeah.
So the first income of membership last month was 19,847, and Waterfy charged us £488 in fees.
Wow.
And then obviously membership then dribbles on for like a week where late payments, yada yada yada.
Do you know what really annoys me about that kind of stuff is, like, I guess number one, that I don't work in a job like that, but number two, that basically, so like PayPal and Stripe and, you know, all those other companies are basically getting money for just going like this. Yep.
I'm pretty sure if a membership doesn't go through, we get charged. I'm pretty sure. So like,
yeah, we do. We do. We have to, and then we get charged. We get charged for failed payments.
Yeah.
Oh, that's shit.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure Waterfy charges me if they go to take out a membership and then their card's expired or whatever, we get charged.
I'm gonna go to JR's model. I've just added it up. Our charges last month were $3,995.
Mad.
4,000.
$4,000 in charges.
That's wild, isn't it?
Whoa.
That's like 2 ski ergs a month.
Do you guys have any members or a lot of members that pay cash? I'm actually lucky enough to have a lot of people that just love to deal in cash, especially that own their own businesses, and they kind of understand the whole cash to cash type thing for business owners. And I probably have 10 to 20 members that pay cash every single month and have for years and years and years. And it's is
that why the mattress in your pool house is so like so bumpy? You just like stuff it all
high. Yeah. It's like,
wow.
No, I had maybe less than 5, and like I just got fed up of chasing them for cash because they would never bring it in on the first. It would be the 5th, and then I'd forget. So I was like, forget it, no more cash.
Yeah. The other thing is, like, if you're going to try and go and get some credit, it's not there. You know?
Oh, as in if you apply for a loan or whatever. Yeah.
Plus on the cash thing, like we have, so the way all the knockos, we sell like Yeti cups and stuff in the gym, protein bars, all that jazz. They'll take it from the fridge or whatever, and they'll go to our iZettle, which is around the corner. And I was like, the gym's busier than ever here, but the iZettle's taking a little bit less every fucking month. So we basically just realized that people just weren't paying for their fucking knockos and protein bars or whatever. So
what do you do with that?
So I put a message in the group being like, I know you're not paying for all your knockos because I could see how much it comes in. The next day, I think we took, let's say the average was like £100 a day. We took like an extra 50, 60 quid in a day. And there was a queue. There was a queue in like the semi-M class, people queuing up to pay for that. Like, so how do you use this machine? And we were like, oh, it's your first ever fucking knocko, is it? So yeah, maybe that system needs a little bit of work, you know?
Yeah, you should just move everything into the cafe.
But also, one of our members, as a joke, told people that, oh yeah, when you pay unlimited membership, all the knockos and barbells are free.
Unlimited means unlimited.
Yeah, just help yourself.
There is also, I was in that, what's that gym? OBA, is it? Or OBA in like Philadelphia. They had a team at the games. I was at their gym and I went, there's like an honesty system, like similar. It's like there's an iPad, you type in what you got, you tap your payment.
Yeah.
And I got a Nocco, and I think I just got a Nocco. Maybe I got a bottle of water as well. Fucking hell. Like the amount of hurdles, I almost put it back twice. The amount of hurdles I had to go through just to pay for, I had to put in, I had to put in my email address, completely unnecessary. I had to put in my name, my first name, my second name, my address. Like, it's not being shipped to my fucking home. I'm drinking it now. I'm buying it now. I'm drinking it now. And I still getting emails. I got an email last week saying, we are canceling your email from OBA. It's like, thank you, because I didn't fucking want one in the first place. It's like, oh, I'm not engaging enough with my fucking one receipt that I got 2 months ago. Yeah, that's fucking all those stuff. I'm sure Jamie will agree with this, but all of that stuff it has to be as streamlined as possible, like as easy. Like just no barriers between me and purchasing what I want to purchase, or else I'm going to have I'll have early buyer's remorse. So I'll be standing like I almost put it back. I didn't, but I almost put it back twice where I was like, why am I giving my email for a fucking drink? But I persisted. And then it was like, address. I was like, oh, I really want this Nocco though. I was like, continued. But yeah, a cleverer person wouldn't have. Do you guys write scales for your members, or do you let them decide on their own?
We don't let them decide on their own, but we don't write the scaling down. Like we don't do levels or anything.
Oh, like
Yeah,
so you'll
method.
check what are you going to do for this, and they'll say this, and you say, well, maybe do this instead. Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you say, Johnny? Levels.
So it's like, there's a level method. Have you heard of that? I don't know if it's over in the States, JR, but it's quite big in Europe. So basically, it's like a big poster in the gym, and you, like, this is your ability. You're like level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. So it's like, okay, here's your level of the workout. I mean, that's not for me. But we'll do it individually. So it's like, here's the workout. Here's how long one round should take. Here's how long each movement should take. And then you're basically working up to, like, the deadlift should feel heavy. The bar muscle up should be something you could do in 30 seconds or less every round. And then somebody might be on 2 muscle ups. Somebody might be on 5 banded. Someone else is going RX. Someone else is going RX, but they only change the deadlifts and the running. So it depends on that.
Yeah, I think it really just all depends on the gym. I know gyms that have been doing levels like that from the time they opened, and I think if that's always what your members are used to and that's what they come in doing, I think it works great. But like, we tried RX Plus before we moved, probably 7 or 8 years ago. Our 10 year is actually in October, which is crazy.
Cool.
I tried RX Plus, quickly realized that the gym was like a lot of tryhards, a lot of people that really wanted to be good, that didn't have kids, that wanted to spend a lot of their free time in the gym getting better. And all of a sudden, RX Plus just became, oh, well, I'm just going to do what RX Plus says. And I'm like, okay, that didn't work. So I just took it away and haven't used it since. And I know a lot of gyms that use RX and RX Plus. So.
All right. I don't think we hit 20 subscribers. So we're going to miss JR's 6 things that Jason does that annoy him. I know 4 of them. I'll write them in the comments later on.
Probably guess.
This is the biggest audience we've ever had for the affiliate show, guys. Like 100 people watching live. There was a time when there was like 12. So this is good. It's obviously the criticizing your members. Who can we criticize next week? All right, if you want apparel for your gym, DM me and I'll put you in touch with Anya, and they'll give you, if you go through Anya, they'll do it normally, but if you come through me, you get free samples. So that's the perk of going through me. Thank you, JR. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, Jamie. Harry Lightfoot did his level. I don't know if he got it or not yet because he has to do the test, but he did his level 2 at the weekend, JR. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, there's no test though. He just has to do the post assessment, right?
Well, I mean, it's an assessment then, for fuck's sake. Oh, I get it. So I'm a lesser level 2 than you because I did it this way. Is that what you're saying? I'm level 1.5.
No. Remember, I had to re-up mine last year, and they're like, "What do you mean you're reopening?" It's like, "Yeah, I got mine like 4 years, I got mine 5 years ago or whatever," and they're like, "Well, you should have your level 3," and I was like, "I know, my gym just flooded. Okay, just give me a break."
My gym currently has shit on the floor. Can you just book me in, please?
Just let me get through this weekend, please.
Yeah.
No, the first time I did my level 2s, I mean, people cried. A lot of people cried.
Was it the coach's prep course then? Is that what it was called?
No, there was 1 year where you still had a proper exam. I did it as well.
Lindsay was just destroying people, and it was amazing. That was so good. Like,
that's the way it used to be.
Like, hey, you've given them that cue 3 times. Better, worse, same. Same. Okay, maybe try something different. Like, it was awesome. Like, it was like, hey, what do you like? You can't keep doing that. You can't keep giving them the same cue if they're not picking it up. It was great though. I mean, I think the level. I remember my first level 2, 8 years ago, however long ago it was. Like, it was yesterday. I mean, it was an awesome course.
Was that Mayhem you did that in? Or am I misremembering? Yeah, that's cool. There's a lot of people that did my level 2 that I feel like if corporal punishment was allowed in level 2s, they would have got a smack of a dowel a few times. I was getting pissed off with some of the stuff that was being said, and I barely know anything. And I was like, come on, man, fucking wake up. You know that's not right. He just said worse, better, same. It's clearly worse. Don't say same. Yeah, okay.
It was good. It was good though.
Maggie did the one by herself. This one I just did was only like 8 or 9 of us, and Maggie did the whole thing just solo. It was cool. It was a really, really different environment, and people were still scared to death. But it was still really good. Like still just a good course.
I did my first level 2 at CrossFit Glasgow, and it was Rob Lawson and a guy called Drake from
Drake,
from Nuremberg, right?
Netflix fan, isn't he?
Drake listens to this show a lot, actually.
It was so I genuinely loved it, but it was terrifying. Walk through the door, and there's people there with it, and he's got a list, and he's like, right, name. I said, right, Jamie Walton. He was like, your name's not on the list, and I was like, okay. And he was like, why the fuck's your name not on this list? And I was like, oh, that's what we're going to be doing this weekend. And then he sorted it out, and Rob was like, oh, it's cool. And then during the program, that we had to do they gave you some days of programming, and then you had to fill in the blocks of the program, and then someone had put in Imam, who just tore up the paper. Imam's fucking CrossFit. It was good. I really enjoyed it.
But even that shows how much the level 2 has changed, though, because I think when we did that, isn't it like it's on the board and you're basically just saying like, so what could we do on Tuesday? And everyone's
so basically now
and then
you
Johnny's
analyze.
Deadly. He's like feeding you the answer.
Now it's like, you analyze some CrossFit.com programming. So it's like, Diane is like, is the weight on the deadlift light, moderate, heavy? Someone goes, heavy. And it's like, no, not heavy. Might be heavy for you. Dan Bailey did this in 90 seconds 10 years ago.
Or there's like, I vividly remember it's the same. It's the first, 20 seconds of the level 2 after everyone's introduced themselves. And I think it was Johnny that did it. And he's standing up the top and he goes, so remind me, what's the definition of CrossFit? Pin drop. Like not a fucking noise in the room because nobody wants to speak. Like it's awkward because everyone's just like, I'm not going to say anything. And I remember thinking like, I know this, but we just introduced ourselves and I'm the only person that hasn't coached or done anything, so I cannot say this out loud. So I was just waiting for someone else to speak, like kind of looking around, and then Johnny goes, constantly, and he just ends up saying it slowly himself, and everyone, it just goes like, very move as broad, it's domain, that's it.
High power movement. Same with the programming lecture. I'm like, right, who programs for their affiliate or for individuals? Whack. Awesome. Tell me how we define fitness. I'm like, all right. Starting point would be to understand how we define fitness before you start diving into programming a little bit, or at least understand the fitness without the program a little bit.
Yeah. Right. We'll end the show there before Johnny gets himself taken off.
Yeah, sorry.
Johnny's views do not affect the overall views of the company of CrossFit. Thanks, JR. Thanks, Johnny. Thanks, Jamie. This evening, in like 5 hours, if you have if there's people coming late to this class, they're in trouble. I have Nick Wells on, who runs Redemption Road CrossFit, which is CrossFit in prisons. So in America, they've set up, there's a shit ton of affiliates set up in prisons, and he set them all up. Imagine if you're late for that, like what your time management must just be awful if you're in prison and you're still late. So we're going to talk to him. That's today. Tomorrow, no show tomorrow. Wednesday, debate. James Hobart's coming on the debate, JR. Took me 18 months, but I wore him down.
That's a good lineup. Don't you have James, Angelo, and who?
James
Taylor?
No, James Angelo and Seth Page.
Seth, gotcha.
Angelo put his name in the hat for the thingamajig, the CrossFit.
Yeah.
Two of them did, Seth and Angelo.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But I think Angelo's doing it for a coach, right?
They're both on the same list, though.
Seth is on the coach list.
Yeah, they're both, and there's no. I didn't recognize any of the names apart from those two and like two Australian guys. I didn't recognize, like, Colton isn't on the list. I didn't see. There's loads of people I didn't see. And then on Thursday, Will Morad is on to tell us all about World Fitness Project, which would be great. All right, thanks, guys. That's it. That's all I got. Go use Anya for your clothing. That's all.